mic actually is open, so we are live from the Embedded World 2022.
Yes, welcome to every embedded enthusiast, we have to say, because we are sending live from the Embedded World 2022. And I'm Jens Nigel from Elektor, this is Mathias. You may know us from the Lab Talk shows. And this is our first show directly from a fair, and we have to say the fairs are back. I think, because you see very crowded halls. I think, Mathias, you have the same impression.
Yes, so it's like it's not as crowded as before, but considering that
nearly as crowded.
Yeah, but it's crowded. Always are full. We heard people had really nice talks. The good thing is that the booths are not that fully crowded, so we can have a nice little chat with the engineers. And that is also what we did the last 2 days. So if you go to our YouTube channel, we have a lot of video interviews there. Also in the back you can't see is our video editor already cutting the next interviews for our YouTube channel. And we also had the chance a few minutes to look left and right from our main interviewing work and had seen a few nice, interesting upcoming products. So, what's interesting, Raspberry Pi is here.
Yes, right in this hall, in Hall 4A, and if you have the chance to go to Nuremberg, you should definitely visit them. They have really things to say, and they have giveaway boards.
Yep. And I heard there's an interview coming up on the next day.
Yes.
So
tomorrow we will have an interview with Eben Upton, the founder or co-founder of Raspberry Pi himself. And of course we will ask him questions about the next generation Raspberry Pi and the next generation of the RP 2040 also.
So don't miss out on that one. For the current show, what we have seen is many companies are back with their new MCUs, especially BLE devices. Bluetooth is a topic for wearables and also other applications like audio transmissions with BLE 5.2. And what was interesting, we had a small step by at Claussen. So they entered the FPGA market, and that's quite interesting. So, besides that, companies you may not have heard that much of, like Gowan is also here, Giga Devices is back, but you can see that from the Asian region there's a little bit missing. So,
but I saw a small and I think quite interesting booth. GitHub is in one corner. So if you have the chance, then go on the fair and walk by. I think 2 or 3 people. It's only a very small booth, but I think there are also interesting people to ask questions.
What's other companies are back with big booths? NXP, Texas Instruments, Renesas.
Yes, of course the usual suspects are here. ST, NXP, and what you can see in every corner is artificial intelligence.
And as said, wireless connectivity, low power connectivity, that's also a topic for this exhibition. AI on the Edge Impulse is also here. We have an interview coming up. So that is also quite nice. And the halls, they are still filled with companies. People are excited to talk about their new products, and you can see they have kind of missed that people-to-people interaction. It's different than a webinar over the long distance and talk about something. So getting hands-on products, I think, is still a thing, and people are people. So.
Yes. Have you seen a real nice application on one of the booths?
I've seen a few applications. At the moment, if you look at the products they're launching, I said wearables, Bluetooth. So with BLE 5.2, we may have a wireless Bluetooth transmission standard that offers high audio quality. So there are a few vendors that support that. Mesh networking, Thread. And Matter is a topic that's going on. Wireless connectivity, that was quite interesting. Giga Devices launched a wireless chip with their own developed wireless radio in it. So I didn't know that, saw that just on a walk by. So it's quite interesting, and quite interesting things are happening. And also companies from the Asian market are coming to Europe to fill the gap that's currently within the semiconductor shortage coming up. So that's really interesting to see how that's going. And yeah, for the magazine, we are currently preparing articles and pictures. So we can have after the exhibition maybe a nice write-up what we saw and what's going on in terms of new technology. You can see that there are new microcontrollers with ARM cores coming up, and also RISC-V is a topic here. For that matter, it's interesting to see where it will go. But you can hear also that some companies have still a problem to get out enough chips to the customer.
Yes, of course. So the chip crisis is always an issue in every booth.
So, and some companies actually can deliver. So that's quite interesting, and for them it's quite a chance to enter the market. So it's nice. And also, if you talk to an engineer, they take the time to sense what your needs really are. It's not like the million people are just on a booth and you don't get recognized. So it's quite interesting at that point. And on the other hand, there are also Raspberry Pi alternatives showing up here and there.
So that's also interesting, yes.
Yeah, so that's also, I think, driven by the shortage of Raspberry Pis. We will take our chance to ask tomorrow a few questions about that. And yeah, so it's a nice and kind and friendly, like, family coming together on this exhibition.
I've seen at the XP booth an interesting application board, which really transmits the parameters of a grid to the supplier. So that means you can install it at home, and it's more than a smart grid. These smart grid devices, I think they only transmit data every 30 minutes or something to the supplier. And yeah, this guy at the NXP booth, he explained me that this small board can really transmit real-time data to the supplier. So the supplier has in the field a lot of sensor nodes which can really in real time transmit parameters like the net frequency and other things, and you get paid for that. So that was quite interesting. So a nice small board. It's also usable to load your electric vehicle or to control the flow of the current. So you can use your electric vehicle to store power, which you harvested with solar plants, for example. And yeah, I think that's an interesting application I've seen.
What I saw is it's kind of interesting, and then 5G smartphone with an actual keyboard on it. So like the old Nokia communicator style phones, that's able to run an Android and also an Ubuntu on it. You can choose. Okay. So I think it's quite nice to have an actual keyboard back in your hands.
Okay.
So that's something also that I just saw walking by. And for the other parts, like I said, chips, Texas launched new ones. You can see Renesas did launch a few new ones. That's also in an interview shown. So you can, as you can see here, there are many wearables and smart applications with low power. Other camera team comes back. Hi, other camera team.
Hi.
So, if you're...
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi.
How's the show?
We are live.
I know, yeah.
We somehow managed to
you can come
and join you.
Yep.
So that's Stuart Cording, and he's Elektor freelancer. and is currently also doing videos.
Exactly, yeah. No, I've been walking the show floor, talking to some of the exhibitors here, and it's amazing what's happened. We've had 2 years of COVID. A lot of people have been hidden away, but what's happened is loads of technology has been developed in the meantime, and we're seeing lots of AI, machine learning, new high-performance microcontrollers, new complete microcontroller families, and connectivity everywhere. So it's been a lot of fun.
So from these microcontrollers you have seen, is there something you say that's outstanding, that's something you've not expected?
There was, and I think it's a real killer application. So NXP has been well known for automotive technology over the years, and they've actually received an award for innovation with their new S32E and S32Z processors. Now these are real-time processors targeting the new types of vehicles coming onto the market. In the old days we used to have a function in every box, and nowadays the BMWs and the VWs of this world, what they want to do is bring all of that functionality into a single ECU, and that's called a software-defined vehicle. So this means we've got lots of applications, and some of those are safety critical, all running on one chip. Now the nice thing about the S32 family that was launched here from NXP is you can partition those functionalities and keep them separate, but still run them functionally safe, alongside things like Android and Linux.
Wow, that's a really challenging thing.
Very much so, yeah. So, and those cores as well, they got to 1 gigahertz performance. There's some Cortex A cores in there for some of those safety applications, running alongside the Cortex M33 as well for housekeeping.
Oh, cool.
And I have the impression that really artificial intelligence is everywhere, at every corner.
Absolutely, yeah. We were talking to Edge Impulse earlier, for example, and some really interesting technology running on Renesas CPUs. So there's a new NPU technology from Renesas with a hardware neural network engine. We're seeing lots of accelerators for artificial intelligence. But the nice thing, one of the challenges is obviously programming an accelerator alongside trying to program a Cortex M core. That's not so easy to do. But Edge Impulse have made it really easy by integrating the tool chain into their environment, and so you can build your neural network model and simply deploy it to that chip.
Ah, that sounds really, really cool.
Yeah, I'm very amazed. I'm blown away by the technology industry.
Yeah, great.
So thanks very much for letting me drop by. I'm off now to do some more recording. We're going to see ARM this afternoon as well, and then I'm going to drop by TDK to look at innovative energy harvesting technology.
Yes. And all the videos you can see on the Elektor channel, YouTube/ElektorIM.
Exactly. Yeah.
And really in a short time frame after we recorded it.
Yep. Super. So, all the best. Enjoy the rest of the show yourselves.
You too, Stuart.
Yeah, so that was our colleague Stuart, also going around doing interviews and collecting the latest information on the upcoming leading edge technology that's presented at the show. So, yeah, this is for the time being. We are now, I think, 10-15 minutes into the recording, and we have to go for another interview shot.
Yes.
So we are a little bit time constrained at that point. We would like to do more live streaming in the upcoming future, also from the shows.
Yes.
But for the moment, that's it. So have a nice day. Have a nice evening.
But there will be an upcoming show where we also report on them that it was. We definitely should say something about it.
The Lab Talk, you mean?
Yes, the Lab Talk. It's Thursday in 1 week.
Yes,
that's our regular Lab Talk we do from our Aachen facility again with us both, and there we really can dive into details.
Yeah, so don't miss that out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the bell so you get notified if we go live or if we have a new stream upcoming. And meanwhile, stay healthy, and if you have the chance to visit the Embedded World and like
do it, yes. Bye.